From the NFL to NFTs, Dez Bryant is all in on the NFT space. So Dez, former Dallas Cowboys receiver, he's been involved with the NFT space for a while, and he was at Permissionless, and he was showing off his latest Juggernaut collaboration, part of the Juggernaut NFT project that he launched a few months ago. They were showing off the piece at the conference. And Dez also launched a website called Personal Corner, which is a marketplace for athletes to sell their NFTs. This is the most interesting part. They sell their NFTs that change in value based on the athlete's performance.
And yes, speaking of Dez Bryant specifically and what he's doing in this space, I think it's really cool to see athletes, whether current or retired, taking their passions from sports to a new arena and trying to do something that, definitely will give more power to the players. Now, it's hard to get full adoption or mass adoption, I should say, when you're building something new if you don't have that direct connection to whether it's the licensing of the NFL or something of that nature. Maybe they do have that, but see more adoption, you have to have that direct connection where you see a lot of people on the platform. But I think it would be interesting if the athlete starts to go downwards and look at like college players and high school players, maybe with the name, image, and likeness rules, which allows for amateur athletes to now earn money from their name, image, and likeness, still be eligible to be in the NCAA, which wasn't a thing prior to this new rule. Maybe dealing with the SEC, the Southeastern Conference, or dealing with a big high school league or high school state, you could potentially do something there, which could be really, really interesting because you could get that mass adoption possibly.
Yeah, and again, also there's some utility behind some of these projects as well. I think Dez's project specifically, some of the holders were able to do meet and greets with them and things like that. Yes. So there is some utility built in. It's a way for these athletes to connect with their fans directly. Yeah. And I think what Dez is doing is very interesting, especially if this personal corner stuff can take off. Because I've always been hearing about these different startups or apps that are always kind of promising something similar of oh, you can invest in an athlete's stock, Or if you hear these sports podcasts, are always oh yeah, I'm buying stock in that athlete. Well, now you could potentially be able to legitimately buy an NFT in that athlete, and the value could appreciate based on how they perform. A lot to figure out in the details, so I'm still waiting to see how they do it. Hopefully they have all that stuff ironed out before the season starts. But, as someone who's into crypto myself, as someone who's a big sports fan, this definitely got my interest peaked. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and be sure to tune in tomorrow.